We have about 30 minutes, and that's certainly long enough to do a nice yoga practice. So sit up nice and straight in your chair and take your shoulders up, back, and down. I'm going to turn my palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes and take a nice deep breath into your belly. Let's do that a couple more times. Okay. I'm going to sit back in my chair and we'll start to warm up from the bottom to the top. So this is my right leg. I'm stretching it out. It looks like my left leg, I realize, but I'll cue you which side we're on. So we're just going to point and flex. And then we'll go to the other side, left side now, pointing and flexing. And let's go back to the first side and we'll just go round and round, big circles. And then we'll stop at the top and go in the opposite direction. Let's go to the other side now, big circles, big as you can make them. And you might notice that one side, you can make a bigger circle, has more flexibility. Maybe the other side doesn't. I'm changing up my sides. And then release. And let's stretch out both legs out in front and we'll do a little point and flex. And we'll add the hands, we'll make circles inward. And then we'll make the circles outward. Okay, release the feet, release the hands. Let's move to the edge of our chair. The thing about chair yoga is all of the poses can be as beneficial as standing yoga, as going to the floor yoga. It's just important to engage your abdominal area. Sit up nice and straight and tall so you're supporting your own spine rather than this kind of thing. So we're sitting up nice and straight and tall. Let's take the arms down by our side. We'll reach out and up. And then see if you can link this movement to your breath. So you're inhaling all the way up and then exhaling out and down. Let's do one last one. Arms down by your side, give them a little shake. And then we'll roll our shoulders, big circles up, down, and back. And then draw your shoulders down and back. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you and then release the effort. Again, up, down, and back, and we'll add a little squeeze of the shoulder blades and then release the effort. One last one. Very nice. Let's take the arms out to the side. And we'll stretch through your fingers, making your chest wide. And then draw the palms forward and we'll give yourself a nice big hug. I like to do a little twist from side to side. Doesn't have to be a big one. Just kind of waking everything up. And then we'll come back to the center and release those arms. Again, out to the side. This time, your opposite arm on top. See if you can remember. It doesn't matter if you do it twice on both sides. Little twist. And then coming to the center and letting it go. Let's do something for the hips. So important to warm them up. I'm walking my feet wide, sitting up nice and straight and tall, and then walking my feet together. Again, we're going to walk them wide, sit up nice and straight and tall, and then walk them together. And one last time, walking them wide. And we'll leave them wide. I'm at the edge of my chair here, and you can either hold the underside of your chair or keep your hands on your thighs, and we're just going to take turns dropping the knee to the center. So this might be as far as you can go, and that's perfectly acceptable. Listen to your body. And let's lift the knees up, and then we'll walk them together again. Again, I'm on the edge of my chair. Let's stretch out one leg, pressing through the heel so the toes are looking up. And I'm going to add a reach. I'm bending from my hip, adding a reach. Ease up and back, feet on the floor. Let's go to the other side and we'll add a reach. Back to the first side. This is my right leg and I'm going to add a reach. And opposite side, this is my left leg and I'm going to add a reach. Okay. Let's lift up onto the balls of your feet. So I'm up on the ball of my feet, lifting the heels. And then I'm going to come down onto the heels and lift the toes. And then back to the balls of your feet. And then the heels. And last one. Notice how sometimes the weight will kind of draw itself out to the outside under the pinky toe, but see if you can keep the weight kind of balanced. You have this big mound of flesh under your big toe. So see if you can keep the energy kind of balanced. And then we'll come flat-footed and we'll just open the knees, allow the feet to roll onto the outside, and then back together again. Let's do one more. Sitting up nice and straight and tall, I'm going to take my right knee in and give it a little hug. And then release and to the other side. This is my left knee. I'm giving it a little hug. Helps to warm up the hips. Let's sit up nice and straight and tall and take a nice deep breath into your belly. And then as you exhale the breath, we're going to guide your fingers over the knees and down towards your ankles. Let your head hang. See if you can just let it go. And then when you're ready, we'll gently walk the hands up and come back to seated. Okay, try that again. Nice deep breath in. Filling it up and exhaling forward and down. See if you can let your head gently hang. And when you're ready, we'll walk it up and back. Let's take a nice deep breath here, right into your belly. Very grounding breath. Squeezing out all the old air. Okay, let's stand up. We're going to stand behind our chair. I'm going to move my screen just a bit so that my whole self is in there. And we're going to stand behind our chair in mountain. That way you'll have it if you feel like you're going to lose your balance. Let's begin in mountain pose. So your feet are hip width apart in mountain pose. And you can use the measure of your kind of bony occipital bones. Nope. I'll come up with it in a minute. These kind of bony structures that point out on your hips. They look like elephant ears. If you draw a straight line from them down, it should land in the middle of your foot. And then you have nice strong legs with easy knees. They're never locked back. And your hips rounded forward, not too far back or too far forward. And then lifting your center up and out. Let's take the shoulders up, down, and back, and lift up through the crown of your head. You're in a mountain pose. Let's draw the arms out to the side on a big inhale and reach them up and out. If you feel like you're going to lose your balance, just do one side. And one last time. Let's roll those shoulders, big circles. And release the arms down. Let's take them out to the side. We'll take them out to the side and press through the heels of your hands. Your fingers pointing upwards, and then roll them down and under. I'm trying to straighten myself out here. So press, and then draw the fingers down and under, and one last time, press, and then draw the fingers down and under. Let's bend the elbows and give them a shake. Let's interlace our fingers and press the palms out in front of you, and then we're going to lift them all the way up. Again, if you feel like you might not be able to balance for this, use your chair. So lifting up through the arms and your fingers and down through your legs. And then release the fingers and the arms come out and down. Let's roll those shoulders again. Okay, I'm going to turn my chair to the side so that you can see. And I'm standing in a mountain pose behind my chair. Begin with a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale the breath, we're going to walk the feet away. And then allow yourself to come forward into a downward dog. I keep my knees just a bit micro bent here. I don't want to press them back or lock them back. And then when you're ready for an in-breath, you lift your chest and start to walk to the back of your chair, again in mountain. So let's try that again, a nice deep breath in. And then we'll exhale, walking back into downward dog. Easy knees, and use your in-breath to walk back into mountain. Okay, let's do that one more time. Nice deep breath in and downward dog. In-breath walks you back up into mountain. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side. You have your chair there if you think you might need it, and I'm going to open my feet nice and wide. Your toes can point forward or just a little bit out to the side. whatever's comfortable. And I've got my chair here if I need it. We're going to begin with the shoulders up, down, and back. My knees are not locked. I'm going to inhale one arm out to the side, the outside arm out to the side, and then all the way up, right up next to your ear. And it's okay if if you have one of these going on, that'll work. With my hand on the chair, I'm just going to open the side. So you're going to use the in-breath to come back and the exhale to open that whole left side. Let's do it one more time. And down comes the arm, and we'll walk the feet together. So I'm going to take my chair to the other side. You can just turn around if you think you can manage with just my voice. We're going to open the feet nice and wide. And then your toes can point forward or a little bit to the corners of the room, whatever works for you. And I have my chair here if I need it. And I'm going to inhale the arm out to the side and all the way up. And with your hand on the chair, we'll go ahead and use it. We're going to open up the side, my right side opening. Use your breath to move into triangle pose. And the inhale to lift you up again. Let's do one more. And then let the arm go out and come down, and we'll walk the feet together. Coming back into mountain pose. I'm going to take my chair back to the top of my mat again. And I'm going to stand in front of it. As you can see, my toes are almost in line with the front legs of the chair. My big toes are just almost there. Remember, we never lock those knees, and we're going to stand up nice and straight and tall. Let's begin by just moving into a simple forward bend. So easy knees, we're just going to come forward, hands to the chair. I like to hold the outside edge of the chair. It helps me feel stable. So we're going to inhale and step your right foot back and your left foot forward. Now, if you just want to go a little distance, that's okay too. But you've got your chair. So don't be afraid to take a nice wide stance. So your hips are forward, so they're not out to the side. Both of those bony protrudences, and I'm going to remember ischial bones? I'll think about it. Bend the forward knee. And we're in a little bit of a lunge here. And inhale, straighten the legs. And I'm sure you feel a nice stretch. Let's bend the forward knee again into a lunge. And then we'll inhale and straighten it. And one last time, we're going to go ahead and bend the forward knee into the lunge. Let's hold this for a breath. Notice if you can balance the weight from your front and your back foot. Never press that back knee locked. Keep a tiny little bend. And we'll straighten it again. We're going to walk the feet together. And we can move here into a forward bend. I'm just going to walk my feet just a little more forward. And I'm going to allow myself to come into a forward bend. A little bend in the knee is always a healthy thing. And then let's inhale up into the half forward bend. So straight arms and straight legs. This time I'm going to step the left foot back and the right foot forward. But remember, your hips are forward, not open to the side. Beginning with straight legs, I'm sure you're feeling quite a stretch. And we're going to bend the forward knee. You're in a lunge, and we'll inhale and straighten the leg. And then we'll go ahead and bend the forward knee. And then we'll inhale and straighten. Let's bend the forward knee one more time into this lunge pose. And we'll go ahead and straighten and hold for a breath. Let's bend the forward knee, and I'm going to draw my right foot back to meet the left, and I'm going to press back into a downward dog. Do the best you can. You can have a little micro bend in the knee. And we're going to step forward with your left foot and then forward with your right. Again, we're going to allow yourself to drop into a forward bend and inhale into a half forward bend. So it could look like this, or it could look like this. And of course, I always have that slight bend in my knee. I'm going to deepen the bend in my knee, and I'm going to take my hands from the chair right here to my thigh, straighten the legs, and come to standing. So we were forward. So just giving yourself just a moment to take a breath or two before we move into a different direction. Okay, I'm going to turn my chair around so I'm facing the back of the chair, and the chair that we're going to work with is the higher piece here. And we're going to do the same thing, holding on to the chair. We're going to step the right foot back. And remember, those hips are forward, not out to the side. And I'm going to begin with straight legs here. I'm just going to allow my chest to come forward. Coming forward from the hip, nice straight legs. If you need to put a little bend, that's perfectly okay. And then I'm going to ease up. Step the feet together. And step the left foot back this time. We're going to begin with nice straight legs. And allow the chest to come forward. You can feel the stretch gets a little more intense. And inhale up, and then we'll walk the feet together. Let's walk the feet back slowly, hanging onto your chair, and we'll drop into another downward dog. Easy knees. Inhaling and walking back to mountain. Let's do a lunge, stepping right foot back, hips are forward. This time we bend the forward knee. And I'm going to move my foot so it's right in line with the back legs of your chair, and then bend the forward knee. And you've got your chair here if you need it. But if you don't need it, then challenge yourself a bit. You could imagine your chair there. And then we'll straighten the legs and walk the feet together. And stepping the left foot back this time. Hips are forward. Hands on your chair coming forward. Nice straight legs. Easing up and feet together. Right foot back. Bending the forward knee into a lunge. Straight legs, and stepping forward. Left foot steps back, bending the right knee for a lunge. And you can take your hands off your chair, place them on your thighs, down by your side. Let's walk the feet together. And then we'll walk them away and drop into a downward dog. Easy knees. Inhaling and walking back into mountain pose. I'm going to turn the chair around. Standing in front of the seat of your chair and move into mountain. Inhaling your arms out to the side and then all the way up. This time we're going to exhale your arms out and down at the same time you're bending from your hip. We're going to come into forward bend. Inhale into the half forward bend. Stepping right foot back and bending forward knee. Nice straight legs, stepping right foot forward and ease down into forward bend. Inhale into the half forward bend and step back, left foot, bend the forward knee, straighten the legs. And when you're ready, step that left foot forward. Let's come all the way down and bring your elbows down and drop your hands, easy knees. If this is too much of a stretch, keep your hands to the outside of the chair. This way you can hang your head just a bit. See if you can gently draw your head in a yes motion and then a no motion. Let's lift up onto the hands with straight arms. Half forward bend. I'm reaching to the outside of my chair to bend my knees. Drawing my hands to my thighs. Let's inhale, straighten the legs. And come back into mountain pose. Let's hold here for a breath. Okay, I'm going to move my chair to face you, and I'm going to have a seat. So we have about 6 minutes or so. So we'll end in the chair. So ankles under your knees, sitting up nice and straight and tall. Let's do one more pose, and then we'll bring our practice to close for today. We're going to walk our feet out nice and wide and stretch out one leg. So this is my right hand, my right leg. I'm going to inhale, left arm right up next to my ear. Of course, if you're looking more like this, that's okay too, whatever works. We'll bend the elbows and draw the hands to your thighs, and we'll walk the feet together. Let's do the other side. So we're walking the feet wide, stretching out opposite leg. This is my left leg. Left hand on left thigh. Inhale, right arm right up next to your ear. Or maybe this is happening and that works too. On your next exhale, we'll bend the elbows, bend the knees, and walk the feet together. Let's take the right knee into your chest and give it a little hug. And the left knee into your chest and give it a little hug. Drop your feet to the floor. You can't see my feet, but I'm going to tell you what's going on. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together. Make sure you're stable in your chair. You're making the base of support a little smaller, so make sure you're not going to go anywhere. And I'm going to draw my heels in. Now I think you can see my feet a bit. And I'm sitting up nice and straight and tall, opening your chest, shoulders back and down, hands on thighs. Nice soft belly. This is cobbler's pose. Should feel a nice stretch in here. And when you're ready, we'll gently bring the knees together and stretch the legs out in front. Again, you want to feel safe in your chair, that you're not going anywhere. We'll bend the knees and place the feet on the floor. Let's give one knee a little hug and stretch the other leg away. And release. the knee, feet to the floor. We'll go to the other side, giving the opposite knee a little hug and stretching out that other leg. And then we'll bend the knees, place the feet on the floor. Do a little open, close, open, close. Okay, sit back in your chair. Find your sit bones. Ischial tuberosity? No, that's not it. I'm going to think of it.
It's almost 11, Sharon, just a heads up.
Okay, shoulders up, back, and down. Soften your belly. Let's close our eyes as we close our practice for today. Breathe deep into your chest and into your belly, using all of that space for breath. I have my hands, palms up, and I'm going to close my eyes, thinking about opening in the belly area, filling it up like a big balloon. One more nice deep breath in. And let it out. Let's bring our hands together in front of our heart and lifting them way up here to your forehead, back to your heart. We're making that mind-body connection. And namaste. Enjoy your Saturday. Hope you come back next week.